Hey everybody, Dr. Ponce here again to bring you your answer for your math question of the day 4. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to talk about our problem solving method. I've gotten a few questions about what these letters mean here on the side, so I'm going to use the question that we have today to talk about each one of these steps and how we can use them in different problems. It'll be very brief. Hopefully the next video I put out will be a more in-depth understanding of what each of those steps will be, but we'll try to make it as brief as possible. So the question reads, Byron went to visit his uncle on the farm. He helped feed the chickens and the pigs. He counted 32 legs altogether on the animals and 11 heads. How many pigs and chickens were there? So as you see, the S in our solve problem solving method stands for study. When we study the problem, we think about things that we know and what we don't know, or are unknowns. In this case, we know that there are 32 legs and 11 heads. We don't know how many pigs there are and how many chickens there are. There's a few things that we can also infer with this problem. We can infer that one animal has one head. We can infer that one pig has 4 legs, and that one chicken has 2 legs. At this point, once we're done studying the problem, we'd normally skip over to the verify section and take a look at the question being asked. In this case, it's how many pigs and chickens were there? I'd normally turn that question into a solution statement. In this case, there are unknown pigs and unknown chickens. It helps to focus what we're looking for so that we know that we're looking for how many pigs and how many chickens there were. And the statement is written with unknowns because at this point we haven't solved anything yet. So we don't know how many pigs and chickens there were. Next we move on to the organize and launch section of our solve problem solving method. Here we look at the problem and think about what's actually physically happening in the problem. Well, if we read this problem carefully, there's no real joining or separating of animals or anything like that. It's just a puzzle that students need to solve. So I'm looking more for a strategy to use. In this case, for myself, I'm going to choose the draw and the guess and check method. Now, seeing as how I am no artist, I have pre-drawn 11 circles because I know that there are 11 animals. And now I have to kind of take a guess and check approach to see how many animals would have 2 legs and how many animals would have 4 legs to equal 32. And that would tell me how many pigs and chickens there are. So knowing that pigs have 4 legs and chickens have 2 legs, let's start plugging in numbers to see if we can figure out how many pigs and chickens there are. Each one of these 4s represents a pig. In this case there would be 6 pigs, and we can add these up: 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And each of these 2s represents a chicken. So there would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 legs on 5 chickens. We add those up, that gives us 34, and that is not what we're looking for in this case. So we can go back and try again. Let's just do the opposite then and try that, see if it works. So let's say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chickens with 2 legs each, and that gives us 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 legs, and 5 pigs with 4 legs each, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That's 20 legs on 5 pigs. And if we add those up, that gives us 32, exactly what we're looking for. Now let's go over to the verify section and plug in those 6 chickens and 5 pigs and see if it all works out. So here we have our 6 chickens and our 5 pigs. We know we can use multiplication to verify this. So if there's 6 chickens, each one of those has 2 legs, and 6 times 2 is 12. There's 5 pigs, and each one of those has 4 legs, and 5 times 4 is 20. We know that 6 plus 5 gives us 11 animals total. And 12 plus 20 gives us 32 legs. So now we go to our solution statement. There are 5 pigs and 6 chickens. So finally we have our extend section. The extend section can be used to kind of enrich a student's experience with these word problems and the problem solving process. Students can make up their own word problem or find a different way to solve these problems. For example, instead of the guess and check or multiplication, students probably could have used a number line and gone through jumps of 4 and jumps of 2 until they solved how many pigs and chickens there were. They also could have used a strip diagram perhaps and put groups of 4 and then maybe groups of 2 and known that total they had to have 32 legs. Things like that students can do to just kind of expand their mind a little bit. I hope this helped to explain the problem solving process a little bit and certainly give you your answer to our math question of the day 4. Like I said, hopefully the next video will go a little more in depth into the problem solving process without making it too terribly complicated. And as always, I hope you have an amazing day.